Hey, how is it going, guys? Yaniv here, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. If you guys do not know, today is, I think, when I'm going to release this video is going to be Sunday, August 19th. If you guys don't know, I'm actually heading over to California, where I'm going to meet Adam Fisher and a lot of like-minded people, where we're going on a cruise and we're going to meet people. And that's really the only reason that I'm going, is because Adam invited me to come out and meet some people in the field. A little while ago, I actually, tried to kind of keep to myself, and I was never ever, social within the community and trying to meet people and stuff like that. Adam was really the first person I ever actually reached out to and, became friendly with that was doing pretty much the same thing as me. But looking back at it now, I can see how important it is to find like-minded people in your community and in what you're doing. And that is actually, looking back at it, that is actually why, I started the Amazon FBA Facebook group, the Advanced Soldiers Facebook group, was because, the reason I even started this is because I wanted to build a community where I could find and meet people that were doing the same thing as me. Because when I was first starting off, right, I had a buddy and we were doing everything together. We did window cleaning, we did a ton of stuff together. And recently we actually reconnected, and he did come visit me here, and we were talking about a lot of stuff. And I really realized, again, and I got remotivated again on why knowing and meeting like-minded people is so important in your life. So basically, I'm super excited to go to this trip that we are going to in California. It should be really, really awesome. It just really got me thinking about how important meeting like-minded people are in your community, in your business, in your network. I hate that word, but I guess it is something you have to do. I was always under the impression of I hate that word networking. I hate that whole thing because it just reminds me of the rat race, reminds me of kind of those business corporation stuff. And I personally hate that stuff. So I hate words like that. But really, me going to California and doing this is actually kind of networking and kind of actually, meeting people in my field. So back to the Facebook group, and what I was talking about there is really when I was, first starting off Amazon and stuff, I always kind of felt like I needed somebody, or kind of needed people in my life that were doing the same thing as me, who were in similar situations to me, who were dealing with similar problems to me. And because I chose this life of entrepreneurship and stuff like that, online entrepreneurship especially, there really isn't too many people in this niche, and people who have done this, because this is a new generation, right? We are a new generation of people who are actually going online and finding real passive income streams that didn't exist 10 years ago or 15 years ago, right? Maybe except for the .com stuff and stuff like that, but I feel like entrepreneurship, online entrepreneurship back then was a little bit more sketchy than it is now. Now it's a lot more trustworthy, and it's you can really actually build a passive income business. And there's just so many multiple, different income streams, Amazon FBA, Shopify, just your own e-commerce. There's just an affiliate market. There's just unlimited amount of businesses you can do. And when I was first starting off Amazon FBA, I had always, I had a friend, and I had some friends that were, doing Amazon FBA with me. But I always knew that the more people I can, surround myself with who are doing the same thing, who are in the same boat as I am, it would really help me grow as a person, and motivate me to do more. I don't remember what the saying is. It's the rise of the tide, or you rise, something about rising the tide brings all the ships higher. So that was always my mentality. Always was my mentality in business and anything. And I don't know, maybe sometimes it is one of my downfalls where I kind of feel like I always need, not that I need, but I like to have people in the same kind of boat as me to share experiences with and to bounce ideas off of. And sometimes it is good to, not have that and have your own time. And I do obviously really enjoy having my own time, but the importance of having like-minded people in your life is actually unfathomable. And the more I go into and deeper into this entrepreneurial journey and deeper into my, just my entrepreneurial life, I'm really realizing how important that is, especially meeting people who are not necessarily, not even people who are exactly, people doing Amazon FBA and stuff, but just people in general who are, gaining, or rather have a, passive income business or something like that online. It's very rare, it's very hard, and for me, it's been a very, very difficult thing to do. And I'm very happy and glad for those of you who are in the Advanced Amazon FBA Soldiers group. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm very happy to have you guys there, and I look forward to building a huge community in the future, whatever we do, Amazon, anything, right? I just want to have always something where I can go to and I can reach out and I can, share my experiences with and bounce ideas off of. So it's really awesome to have you guys there, and I love every single one of you who are in the group. If you guys aren't in the group, guys, come on. What are you guys waiting for? Join the Amazon FBA Soldiers group, and I will see you there. Trust me, I will accept every single one of you. Also, another thing I noticed is that when you do have a friend or an accountability buddy or something like that, you really actually end up doubling, tripling even your productivity and what you're, planning to do. So for those of you guys who are in the Facebook group, go there, and I honestly encourage you guys to go and find somebody in the Facebook group or find somebody in real life that you know and that is doing the same thing as you, and that can, that you guys can keep accountable with. Go out and meet people, actually find people who are like-minded. And if you don't have anyone in real life, like I said, you can go into the Facebook group, and I'm sure you're gonna find people in there who are very much, very similar to you and are very ambitious and have a huge motivation in, actually partnering up with them and meeting them. That's what's going to take you guys to the next level. Like I said, something about the tide raises all the ships, right? So basically, everyone is going to kind of pull each other up whenever, you're not motivated or when you aren't feeling it or whatever, right? That's why you guys are there for. I know this video is kind of like a ramble kind of video, but I really had this feeling because I had read a few books. I've gotten remotivated again. Like I said, I met, I reconnected with one of my old friends who had come to visit me here, and they're just doing such big things in the world. And I had been stuck in this kind of little small mindset that I was in, and it really opened my mind to how big and how to think bigger and to think past small things and kind of just to plan in your goals and your future and stuff like that. So another thing that's very important, actually, like I said, is just planning goals and, stuff for the future. So one thing that I didn't do when I was first starting Amazon, which I guarantee you was a huge detriment to my Amazon success, was goal setting. You need to be setting goals when you're doing anything in life, literally anything. I recently, like I said, reconnected with my buddy, and he told me about, how he sets goals and what he does to kind of achieve his goals. And I started doing that, and I noticed that, when you do put it down on paper, you can really see, and kind of, it just becomes, when you write it down, it just becomes tangible. So when you can actually see yourself in that situation, especially if you actually have concrete goals, like, not like I want to be successful on Amazon, but, I'm going to be making $30,000 a month on Amazon, or I am making $30,000 a month on Amazon. And you set deadlines and you set stuff like that, right? And it really helps you visualize, where you're going to be. So for example, right, let's say in 1 year you say, 1 year from now I'm going to be making $30,000 a month on Amazon, which I think that's a crazy long amount of time to do that if you're actually serious about it. But let's say that's the case, right? When you look at your, 2-year or 3-year goals, you don't want to just be like, if it took you 1 year to make 30,000, so you in 2 or 3 years, you probably could make, $50, $60, $70,000 a month on Amazon. And that's if you actually put in the work and you actually, write it down and figure out that you actually can achieve this stuff. So, I don't know, it kind of blew my mind when I thought about it. So anyways, when you do actually write it down, you can really, really put stuff into perspective and make it tangible. And that's something I've been realizing recently. So anyways, guys, I am right now, I'm heading over to California to see a bunch of like-minded people. And that's why I wanted to make this video, to tell you guys about the fact that, meeting people who are doing the same thing as you is super important. So if you guys agree, if you guys did enjoy the video, please like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Lots more great stuff coming in the future. I will have another Amazon video out very, very soon. This one's kind of an anomaly. I just, had a kind of motivation to make this kind of video. So I'll talk to you guys later, and peace.